Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm actually going to be working on a few projects over at my little brother's house. So the plan is to paint some shutters. I also am going to be creating a little coat rack space whenever you walk in their front door. And my brother and I also installed a whole house water system for their mobile home, and so far so good. They love it, and I am super thankful to Aquasana for sponsoring today's video. I will be sharing a little bit about it in just a few, but first we're gonna get over there, start painting some shutters, hopefully get this coat rack hung up. But the one thing is she's not up yet, so I'm actually gonna get over there early and just try to start painting the shutters on the outside of the house. My sister-in-law, by the way. So I'm gonna be working on that. I think she just texted me. Nope, she must have went back to sleep. My nephew's 5 months old and my niece is gonna be 4. So, you know, they're still in that like waking up multiple times a night stage. But anyway, I'm gonna get over there, paint the shutters, do what I can outside. And then once she texts me back and wakes up, I'll be able to go inside and work on the hooks and stuff like that. And I did get permission from my little brother. I'm not just gonna show up at their house and start doing stuff without like her being awake. But I was like, I think I can be pretty quiet and like sneak in, and he's like, yeah, go for it. She's probably laying in bed. So yeah, let's go. We're gonna have a great day, tackle some things. Hopefully you can get some stuff done with me. And I'll see you guys over there. Okay, so I actually just got here, and from the looks of it, she's still sleeping. So like the house is like quiet and dark. So I'm gonna try to be very quiet and shut the doors gently. Hopefully I don't scare her. I did text her though, so she should see it as soon as she wakes up. But I got all my supplies back here, and then my brother left me out a ladder to paint the shutters. You could totally pull them down, but it looks like there's a lot of screws in each one and they're kind of rusted, so I don't really want to. I'd rather just paint them, you know, while they're up. So I'll give you a quick overview. They're very faded. I think whoever painted them before used spray paint, and I don't think it was meant to be in the direct sunlight, which things are gonna fade here in Florida because we live in Florida. I mean, the sun's brutal, and their house gets full sun all day long. Like right now, it's in the sun. It'll be in the sun, yeah, all day, because it rises here right and sets over there. So yeah. And so the front of the house gets a lot of wear and tear, but it's gonna look a lot better once it's painted. So let's get that done. Y'all see how they're kind of like faded? So I got some exterior paint. We're gonna just paint them back black again, just because we know that black is gonna look good. And so that's the plan. Okay, so this is the paint I'm gonna be using. The Glidden exterior. It's literally just grab off the shelf and go. I went with this one just because it was affordable. It was $30 for this, so not too bad. And I don't think I'm gonna, I am going to need both of them. I think I can get away with using one. We'll see. I got a paint roller. I got stain for that piece of wood. Paintbrushes. There's my other paintbrushes. They're in here too. Alright, so I'm going to jump right into this project. I got my paint mixed up, I got a little cup to add the paint to, and I'm just going to position the ladder in the best spot possible. I am afraid of heights, so you'll notice I start to get a little slow once I get to the top. I'm pretty sure my legs were shaking at this moment. But once I was up there, I was good. I like kind of pressed my legs up against the ladder and I felt, you know, more secure. And it's really not that high up. I'm just being dramatic. But yeah, I'm just going in with the paint, and I'm using this little tool to kind of cut in around the edges. It makes it a lot faster. And that's basically it, just repainting the shutters black. Now, this is a super easy, affordable project that you can do to your home to really update it a lot. I always talk about the power of paint. If you ever are like on a tight budget, but you really want to refresh a space, get a gallon of paint. It will do wonders for your space, and it's fairly easy as well. I mean, it's a little time consuming and hard on your arms and your wrist, but with a little bit of willpower, you'd be surprised what paint can do for your home. Don't look much better?
I need to get the windows retinted.
Yeah. It must be nice to just drive around and not work.
Sure.
I'm just kidding.
I'm about to.
Look how, I can't believe it. It looks so much better.
Yeah, it has a 9-day difference. What are you gonna do, like 2 coats?
Yeah.
You need money?
What?
You need money for this?
No.
I don't know how much.
Sure, give me $300.
If that's how much it costs, then you're shit out of luck.
But you can tell a difference in the water already?
Oh yeah. Alright, well I'm gonna go. Let me know if you need anything. Don't fall off the ladder.
Okay.
For real. That's how like most people die before holidays.
Brandon!
I'm just saying, it's a fact.
You're over here jinxing me. You better go knock on some damn wood.
There ain't no wood to knock on.
Now my legs are shaking.
I'll knock on some wood for you.
Okay.
Here you go.
Be careful.
Alright. You're only like 3 feet up anyway, so.
What you're made for, and there's nothing that is too late for. Out of the cold into my warm hand, in the sun, it's already begun. You are my one, with a simple mind, we should find some more time. We don't need to worry at all.
I do have a 2-minute ad coming up in just a moment. I appreciate you guys watching through these ads. They help make these videos possible, and I am beyond thankful for your support. Today's video is kindly sponsored by Aquasana. Y'all know I am a firm believer that clean water and a healthy environment are the most important components of healthy living and overall well-being. Aquasana's sole focus is providing best in-class water filtration products so every home can enjoy great tasting, healthy water. Aquasana offers filtration systems that provide maximum contaminant reduction while leaving beneficial minerals like potassium, calcium, and magnesium in the water. Aquasana was kind enough to provide us with a whole house filtration system. We received the Rhino Well Water with UV. This system provides benefits throughout the entire home and protects against contaminants commonly found in your private well water. Using the Rhino Well Water produces all-around optimal results in the kitchen, as well as having noticeably healthier, moisturized hair and skin, and of course, improving your drinking water. Improving your drinking water is one of the system's biggest benefits. This system will provide you with clean, great-tasting water throughout your home. The Rhino Well Water includes a carbon media upgrade, 20-inch pre-filter, post-filter, and a ultraviolet filter. The UV filter provides total home protection by sterilizing 99.99% of bacteria and 99% of cysts, and is independently tested. You can also upgrade your filter to a salt-free water conditioner, which can safely reduce scale buildup on internal pipes. Now, if you are not in the market for a whole house system, but you want good drinking water or just even a shower filter, Aquasana also offers products for that. They have under the sink filters, and they also have shower head filters that you can just add right to your shower head. So this would be great for like a rental or something like that. I definitely recommend getting you a shower head filter. If you haven't tried one yet, you are missing out. It has been a game changer for my skin and hair. If you guys are ready to start drinking cleaner, healthier water, head to the link in my description box to shop and use code Karrie55 to get 55% off all systems, $49 and up, plus free shipping. And once again, thank you Aquasana for sponsoring today's video. Now, I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys a little bit of us putting the system together. This part is not the sponsored portion, and the reason for that is because it is recommended to have a professional install this system if you are not familiar with like plumbing work and electrical. However, my little brother has done plenty of plumbing work, and my husband's an electrician, and I felt fairly confident in the DIY portion of this, so we put the system together ourselves, and we did it successfully. It turned out really great, but if you are not savvy with like plumbing and stuff, I would definitely recommend getting a licensed professional out to help you out with the system. But I'm going to share with you some footage of us putting it together. Some of it was really funny, so I thought I would include a few like raw video clips, and then we're going to get back into a couple house projects. Pretty level. What?
I wonder if water's gonna.
Right. You probably don't want that in your eye, to be honest.
You hear?
Oh, good thing we're backwashing it. Yeah, good thing your eye wasn't down there.
Oh my god.
See where that fence nail is burning? I can't. Oh my god. How many times have you whacked your head? Are you okay? I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you. Karrie, don't laugh.
I hit so hard I can see out of my right ear.
Hey look, I couldn't hit it even if I tried. You'd have to jump up to hit it.
Who built this?
I don't know. Oh, I guess we could just go based off that. I'm so curious when you go to change these filters how they're gonna look. They're gonna be so disgusting. You're gonna be like grossed out.
That's how that goes, right? Yep.
After a full day's worth of work, we were able to get the entire system put together, and then the next day he finished installing it to the house, and within just a couple hours they already started to tell such a huge difference in the water, the way that it feels, smells, and tastes. So that is super nice, and we are so thankful to Aquasana for sending this filter, and I'm so grateful I was able to give it to my brother. And I wanted to show you guys this real quick. Look at this playhouse he built for my niece. I think my niece and my nephew as he gets bigger, but he's still a baby. But I think he did such a great job, and I love the sandbox area. I want one of these for our kids. Tell me all about it. Alright, so now jumping back into the front of the house, I wanted to show you a couple overviews of the shutters now that they have dried. Look what a difference it made just with a fresh coat of paint. So at this point, I was waiting on them to dry so I could add the second coat. I didn't film the second coat just because it was getting really hot outside. I was trying to hurry and you really couldn't see it. But I did have my own personal cheerleader in the window watching, so that was really fun. Now moving inside, I'm going to add a board with some hooks on it, so that way my sister-in-law and brother have a spot to hold their jackets. It's almost winter time, so this is going to be perfect. And I had a scrap piece of wood at home that just happened to work perfectly for this space. And you may recognize the little bench down here at the bottom. I actually built that a while ago, and I do have a video on it if you want to check it out. I'll link it below. But I used that bench at one point by my back sliding glass door, and eventually it just became like a catch-all for us. So I gave it to her, and it's worked really well for them. So right above it, I'm going to add a stained piece of wood with 4 hooks so that way they can, you know, hang their coats and stuff. So here I was just trying to figure out the measurement on where exactly the wood was going to be placed, you know, above the bench, because the piece of wood I'm putting the hooks on is just a tad shorter than the actual bench. It's 2 inches on either side, so basically 4 inches short. But I just centered it as best as I could, and then you can't tell from like a distance. It looks great. Can you hand me another one?
And one.
Yeah, keep handing them to me. Thank you. Can I have another one?
And one.
Yeah.
And one.
Thanks.
What's this?
I need more.
Let's do more.
All right, so I went ahead and got open the hooks. So the hooks I purchased from Walmart, I grabbed them from there because I didn't want to wait for Amazon to deliver some, and it was just faster to grab them. I did overspend a little bit. I feel like you can get way more for your money on Amazon, just fair warning. But I spent $3 a piece on those, and it's not too bad though, because the wood I had was obviously free. It was a scrap piece of wood. I already had the stain on hand. So for like $12, you have like a little coat rack, so not bad at all. And the color I'm using here as far as stain goes is called Special Walnut. This is a Minwax stain, and it's the same color I used on the bench that I'm gonna put these hooks above. Okay. So now, this is 41.
1, 2,
Yeah, 41. And we need to go
3, 4, 5, 6. A fast gun over here.
So this would be the center here. 8, 16, 24, 32. All right, so once I got all the little hooks measured out where I wanted them to go, I'm just going to start attaching those using the screws that came with the hooks. And of course, I was just measuring out the center to make sure all of them looked nice and even. And she really loves the rustic look in her house. She's got a lot of like wood tones and stuff, so that's why we did the piece of wood before doing the hooks. But also, if you live in a mobile home, then you can probably totally relate to this. Mobile home walls are thin, and you can't just put a lot of heavy weight. You have to make sure that you're hitting studs, especially in homes with thin walls, or else it's just going to fall down. You're going to end up going to hang a hook one day, and it's going to rip the screw right out of the wall. So utilizing this piece of wood, I was able to hit a stud in the center, which then gave the other hooks on the outside capability to hold the weight that you're going to end up putting on it. So if I would have just put this up without hitting a stud, eventually this would have fell down. It wouldn't hold. So you'll see in just a moment, I'm actually going to put a screw right through the center of this, and that's where the stud is. That's the only stud in between these two. You can actually see the strips. Where the strips are, those are studs. From my understanding, that's kind of how it was in my mobile home, at least. But there is one more stud right in the center, like kind of where my hand is. And as you can see, the board isn't going between the two studs. So I need to make sure I hit the stud in the middle, and that's going to be able to help hold the weight for the other hooks on the side. I really hope that that makes sense, but just to give you another example, or to try to. So when we lived in our mobile home, we wanted to mount our TV on the wall, but because the walls were thin and where we wanted to put our TV, there was no stud. There was a stud on either side of where we wanted to mount our TV, but not exactly where we wanted it. So what we did was we put a 2x4 up, hit those two studs, and then centered the TV bracket in between the 2x4. So the 2x4 actually held the weight of the TV versus putting it onto the mobile home wall. Now here in the center is where I'm going to hit this stud, and you're going to see I'm going to put some weight behind this drill because it was kind of struggling to go through the wood and the stud, but I was able to get this really, really secure so that way we know, if there's ever a jacket hanging there and one of the kids decide to pull on the jacket, this is not going anywhere, and that's the type of security I really wanted for this, hook rack, especially having little ones around. So I got that done, and then eventually she wants to do some type of background in between the bench and this hook. She's not sure what she wants to do yet. So we're just kind of, taking our time with projects, doing little things here and there. And to be honest, that's the best way to do things instead of rushing a project just because you like it right in the moment. Kind of think it through, sit on it for a little bit. It gives you an opportunity to make sure that it's what you actually want instead of jumping into the project and then end up changing it, a couple months down the line because it wasn't exactly what you thought you wanted. Trust me, I do that all the time. I'm living proof of constantly changing your home because your style changes and stuff, which there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're on a budget and you're trying to make your house as beautiful and long-term functional, take your time. Like I said, think on projects a little bit. But here I'm just taking some caulk and I'm going to fix up this little space in between the vanity and the wall. There was a couple little cracks there where water can get in. So I fixed that, and I'm also going to caulk a little space on the baseboard that was kind of getting messed up. But we have a couple projects that we want to work on over here. She needs a new vanity for this bathroom right here. We'll do a little makeover in here eventually. And her laundry room needs a little makeover. She wants to add some cabinetry, some shelving, and also create kind of like a hall tree command center type of thing when you walk in the back door. So eventually we're going to get to that as well. So after this, that is going to be it for today's video. I know this was a little bit more of a short and sweet home update type of video, but we have lots of other projects planned. Honestly, installing the water system was, a day's worth of work. So it took away from a lot of the little projects I was going to work on, but I still hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it was inspirational and shows that you don't have to spend a fortune to update your home. It's amazing what some paint, a little bit of caulking some seams can do, and maybe even just adding a few personal touches. But like I said, you don't ever have to spend a fortune to have nice things or to have a beautiful home. You just got to get creative and put in some hard work, and it is possible. And I don't care what you live in, whether it's a single wide trailer, a double wide, a big house, a small house, an apartment, your mom's basement, taking pride in your home and caring for it, cleaning it. Those things are what makes your house a home. And I hope that these types of videos inspire you guys to get up and do those little necessary updates to, make that house a home. And I appreciate you guys always watching. I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day. Don't forget, if you are interested in getting a filtration system for your home, that you check out Aquasana. I will have the link down below in my description box. And once again, thank you all for being here. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, y'all.